Today we're going to be making this Cheeto burrito. In a medium nonstick pan, add some shredded cheddar cheese. Cover the whole pan, bring this over to the stove and heat it up. Turn it on medium-low heat. While that's on the stove, we're going to take some Cheetos, about half a bag, to another plastic bag, smash it into bits. Turn it down to low. Now just loosen up. Try to get it completely over. Very good. Take our crushed Cheetos and pour it on a plate. Spread it out. Take our cooked cheese and put that on there. Push it in and let's flip this. Now heat up some Cheez Whiz. Now fry some Cheetos cheese sticks that I made yesterday. First we're going to put in some cheese sauce. Now our Cheetos cheese sticks. More cheese sauce. And some full-size Cheetos. Now it's time for the taste test of our Cheeto burrito. Today we're making Cheetos cheese sticks. Cut a block of mozzarella cheese into strips. It's rather large, so we're going to cut this into thirds. Now take half a bag of Cheetos, put it into a plastic bag. Now smash. Now put this in a dish that's easy to dip in. Put some all-purpose flour in another bowl. And for our last dish, we have 2 large eggs. Beat the eggs. Come back to our mozzarella sticks, dip it in the flour. Then the egg mixture. And then into the Cheetos mixture. Now I like to go back to the eggs and back to the Cheetos. After they coat it, put it in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. Pull them out of the refrigerator and fry them. At 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and one by one, fry them carefully. And after about 60 seconds, remove it. And again for the cheese pool, look at that. Now for the taste test, take our cheese sticks, dip it in some cheese sauce. So good. Today we're going to make this giant Oreo cookie. In a medium bowl, add 1.5 cups of flour, 1 1/4 cup of cocoa, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a dash of salt, and whisk. 2 sticks of slightly softened butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, half cup of brown sugar. Cream it together. Add 1 large egg and the egg yolk of another one. Now 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Slowly add the dry to the wet. Just pour your dough out onto some plastic wrap. Refrigerate for 30 minutes. Pull your dough out of the refrigerator. Now we're going to put it into this cookie mold. So starting with a little bit of dough at a time. Bake in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. It was in the oven for 40 minutes. Now we're going to let it cool completely. 7 cups of powdered sugar. 1 tablespoon of regular sugar. 1 cup of vegetable shortening. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 2 tablespoons of hot water. Flip your cookie upside down. Put your filling on it. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick this up with my tiny spoon. What's your favorite? Single stuff Oreo? Double stuff? Or gigantic? Today, I'm going to show you how to make this cinnamon roll in a mug. First thing we need to do, start out with a package of crescent rolls. And I'm using the full sheet ones for this. Start with about 2 tablespoons of melted butter and brush it on. In a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Mix it up. Spread it on your buttered dough. Now cut it into 3 strips. Roll each strip individually. Now just butter your mug, place your cinnamon roll in there, and put it in the microwave for 90 seconds. For frosting, 1 tablespoon of softened cream cheese, 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, tablespoon of milk. And mix. Drizzle your frosting on your cinnamon roll. Now it's time for the taste test, and of course I'm using my tiny spoon. It's good. Today I'm going to show you how to make this giant hot dog, and mine is better than Colin Creates. Now, Colin from Colin Creates challenged me to make this recipe. He made one too on his account. You have to check it out after you watch mine. And he thinks he did better. If I did better, make sure you hit that share button, because the one with the least number of shares is going to get a whole bunch of whipped cream on their head. And I don't want to be that guy. Beef into our food processor. Bacon into your food processor. Salt to this, 1 teaspoon of sugar, tablespoon of vinegar, and 3 large eggs. Now we're going to grind this up. Okay, so now we got to stuff our beef bung. I'm never eating hot dogs again. This is our hot dog, slowly bringing the water temperature up until it becomes a boil. Now take our hot dog, roll it over. Now for the taste test. Not bad. Today we're going to make Starbucks Caramel Frappuccino. In a blender, start off with 1 cup of milk. Add 1 cup of espresso or strong brewed coffee. Make sure the coffee's cold. 2 tablespoons of caramel syrup. 1 to 2 cups of ice. Blend. Prepare a glass with some more caramel sauce. Drizzle down the sides. Pour in our Frappuccino. And some whipped cream. More caramel sauce. And for the taste test, you can drink it. Delicious, or eat it with our tiny spoon. Either way, it's good. Today we're going to make bubblegum flavored cupcakes. In a medium bowl, add a 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, dash of salt, and whisk. In a large bowl, add a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 large egg. Now whisk. Add 4 tablespoons of melted butter and 1 teaspoon of bubblegum extract. Whisk. Add your dry ingredients to the wet and a 1/4 cup of milk and a few drops of pink food coloring. And whisk. Fill your cupcake liners about 2/3 of the way full with your batter. Put it in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. When the cupcakes come out of the oven, let them cool completely. When your cupcakes cool down, now frost them. And now for the taste test. So good. Today we're going to make mint chocolate chip ice cream. Start with a large bowl and some heavy whipping cream. Whisk until it forms stiff peaks. You know you've done it right when you can hold it over your head and nothing comes out. Add in 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, mint extract, 1 and about 1/2 teaspoon, a couple drops of green food coloring, 1/2 cup to a cup of chocolate chips, and fold those in. Now put it in the freezer 4 to 6 hours. After it's been in the freezer, open it up. Now it's time for the taste test with my tiny spoon. Green, of course. So good with the chocolate chips and the mint. Today we're making this ultimate chocolate milkshake. The first thing we need to do is decorate our glass. Take some chocolate frosting, spread it on the outside of the glass. Little Hershey bars and some Hershey Kisses. You want to alternate them. You can also sprinkle some chocolate jimmies on there and add a little bit of chocolate syrup. In a blender, put about 1/2 cup of milk, 2 to 3 scoops of chocolate ice cream, and some chocolate sauce, about 1/8 cup of chocolate chips, some white chocolate chips, chocolate jimmies, a couple more Hershey bars, and blend. Now pour this into your glass. Top with some whipped cream. Sprinkle with some cocoa, a few more chocolate jimmies, and another Hershey bar. Now for the taste test. Oh my gosh, this is a chocolate lover's dream. And we can't forget the tiny spoon. Today we're making homemade cotton candy flavored ice cream. In a large bowl, add 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Whisk until it forms stiff peaks. And by now, you know how we test this. Nothing comes out. It's good. Fold in 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Add 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1/2 teaspoon of cotton candy flavoring. Fold in. Now divide it into 2 different bowls. Add blue food coloring to one. And fold. And pink to this one. Now fill a freezer-safe dish, a little bit at a time, different colors. A little bit of blue, and keep alternating. Tap it down, cover with plastic wrap, freeze 4 to 6 hours. When your ice cream's frozen, pull it out of the freezer. Scoop it out. Now for the taste test. With what else? Our tiny spoon, of course.